welcome back. Today I have the China Glaze You Do Hue collection for summer 2019. I purchased this from polishpick.com. This is a 12-piece collection. It is in collaboration with Sesame Street. So when I saw the promo pictures, I was very excited because it looked like a lot of, when you think Sesame Street, you think saturated primary colors, lots of vivid colors, fun textures. I was pretty excited. So there are 12 polishes and we're going to get to some swatches. The first polish is called Beak on Fleek, and this is a yellow. This is obviously a Big Bird yellow. This is the matte polish in the collection. For the last few years, China Glaze has been throwing kind of a random matte into the collection, and this is the matte in this collection. This one is not that good. It needs 3 coats, which is, okay for a yellow. That's not the problem. 3 coats is never the problem. I just don't think 3 coats is that big of a deal. It's 3 coats, whatever. Pretty sheer on the first coat. It also is kind of, I guess, patchy. It doesn't really level very well. It's pretty streaky. It's definitely not my favorite yellow. I love the color, so I was especially disappointed that it performed so poorly. This is 3 coats. I did show it with a shiny top coat as well, but it does dry to a matte finish, and there's 3 coats of Beak on Fleek. The next polish is called I Believe In Snuffy, and this is a kind of frosty, pearly peach shade. This one can be used as a topper. I actually did put 1 coat of this over Beak on Fleek, but you can also build it up and it covers very well in 2 coats. It's a pretty opaque topper, so if you're putting it over a color that you actually want to see the base color through, it's going to cover up most of that, but I put 1 coat over it, Beak on Fleek, partly because I was a little bit mad at Beak on Fleek and I just wanted to cover it, And then also I wanted to see how it would look. So you can use it as a topper, kind of sparingly, like a heavy topper, but it does build up to opacity in 2 coats. It's actually really pretty. Looking at this in the bottle, I don't think I would have chosen this as something that I really thought was very pretty. It's just not my color, We have our colors that we like, and I wasn't as excited about this. But once I was swatching it, it applied very nicely. It had a really good formula. The next polish is called Ernie Your Stripes, and this is a pretty sheer orange, like an orange sherbet in Ernie, with a ton of shimmer. This one is a little more, it's got a lot of gold, with a lot of gold, there's a lot of gold shimmer in here, this is a lovely summer orangey gold shimmer. I like these a lot. This one was a little bit sheer, so it needed 3 coats, but otherwise it had a good formula, and I liked this one too. So 3 coats of Ernie Your Stripes. I was going to say Sherbet and Ernie because I'm just renaming things in my head. The next polish is called In The Elmo-ment. Elmo is my favorite, by the way. This is an Elmo red. There's a ton of silver glitter in here, along with some like holographic red gold shimmer. This one tries pretty textured, not textured enough that you want to leave it and wear it as a textured polish. But I would recommend a layer of like a smoothing glitter top coat and then a layer of top coat as well. Otherwise, this one covered really well. It wasn't chunky. Despite that more coarse glitter in the polish, it covered in 2 coats, and this was really beautiful. I liked this one quite a lot. The next polish is called For Real Though, and this is a bright neon pink. Kind of a crelly formula. This one did need 3 coats, but it had a nice formula. It was just a little too sheer on the second coat, and it's super bright pink, super fun for summer, and a very vibrant color, covering in 3 coats. The next polish is called Monsterpiece, and this is a magenta holographic This one has a really great formula. It covers in 2 coats. It's a scattered holographic, but there's a ton of holographic in this. This is a beautiful formula, finish, color. This was a really nice polish to wear, so I like this one quite a lot. Monsterpiece. The next polish is called, okay, I haven't watched Sesame Street in a very long time, and I forgot about the count, and I was going to read this as amazing, but it's amazing. This is an interesting one. This is a lilac frosty pearly polish. The color is really beautiful. This one leaves a lot of brush strokes. I'm trying to think of a lighter frosty color that doesn't leave a lot of brush strokes, and I think that they just lean toward being very brush strokey on the nail. Even with top coat, it didn't really cover those a lot, so if you like this color, there's going to be some brush strokes. It covers in 2 coats. The next polish is called I Count Even, and quite honestly, I can't even believe that this polish is in this collection. This makes no sense to me. It's sheer on 3 coats. I know it's a jelly. It's very sheer. On 1 coat, you can barely tell that you've applied anything to your nail, and not much more on 2 coats. On 3 coats, you can see the purple tinge to your nails, but it's nothing that is that exciting. You're not like, oh wow, this purple tinge looks great. And I don't mind visible nail line. That doesn't bother me, but this just seems, I don't understand the point of this. And this is obviously going to be fantastic for jelly sandwiches if the glitter that you're sandwiching has a tint to the base. I guess a very sheer jelly sandwich is fine, but I don't think enough people are gonna want to do that to make this color special. I always applaud China Glaze for adding different textures and finishes to their collections. I'm totally fine with that. This is just too sheer. I think that this is just too sheer. If they could have added, you know, a quarter more pigment or something, I think it would have been more fun, but I was just a little annoyed while I was applying this. And I'm not trying to be rude, but I just don't understand the thought process. And maybe it's because I'm not very familiar with Sesame Street anymore, but I don't understand how this super sheer purple fits into the theme for Sesame Street. Maybe it does, and I'm just totally wrong. But needless to say, I didn't love this one. So you're seeing 3 coats of I Count Even. The next polish is called Dat Color Dough. Made me laugh a lot. This is a sparkling blue, shimmery, glittery polish in a blue base. There's a ton of micro blue, silver, and it looks like black micro shimmer in here. This one covers in 3 coats. It's very close in 2 coats. There was still just a few areas that I wanted to completely cover, and so I went ahead and did 3 coats of Dat Color Dough. This one also dries pretty textured, so you're gonna want, you know, your smoothing top coat. I used the Painted Phalanges Smooth Phalanges. This is a glitter smoothing layer. It's not really a top coat. It just helps to fill in glitter. It's just a glitter smoothing top coat, and then I use a regular quick dry top coat over that. The next polish is called Grover It. This is a pearly olive color. It covers in 2 coats. I think that this is a beautiful color. It almost looks like there's a duochrome flash to it. There's not. This is almost like a green chrome without being as shiny and reflective as a chrome. It's just that type of finish, but it covers in 2 coats. The next polish is called To Be Sesame, and this is kind of what I was hoping the entire collection would be, these super saturated, rich colors with lots of glitter and sparkle. This is a forest green with a ton of micro shimmer in here. It's very beautiful. It covers beautifully in 2 coats. This one also dries a little bit dull and textured, so you're going to want that shiny top coat, that glitter layer to just really smooth everything out, give it a really glassy finish, and it covers beautifully in 2 coats. So that's 2 coats of To Be Sesame. The last polish is called Trash Can Do Attitude. And this is my other favorite from the collection. I can't help it. I'm just drawn towards blues and greens. I can't help it. This is a gorgeous navy blue in basically the same formula as the To Be Sesame. Tons of blue added shimmer, silver shimmer. There's some, looks like some purple in there. Lots of tiny reflective particles. It covers in 2 coats. It has basically the same formula as To Be Sesame. Beautiful, dries a little bit textured and dull, so you're going to want the top coat, but that's 2 coats of Trash Can Do Attitude. So those are the 12 polishes from the China Glaze You Do Hue Sesame Street collection. I'm a little disappointed in some of the polishes in this collection. I also forgot to mention the caps have they have characters on the caps. This is Cookie Monster, Oscar the Grouch, and there's a Big Bird. Where'd he go? But the characters don't match up with, like, the characters on the cap don't match up with the colors. Like the Big Bird polish has Cookie Monster on it, which isn't that big of a deal. It's just a little annoying. And then also I wanted an Elmo cap because Elmo is my favorite. So tell me what your favorite polish from this collection is. Are you going to pick up any of these polishes? Have you already? Tell me your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any video suggestions, please leave those in the comments down below. And thank you for watching and subscribing. And if you are not subscribed, please subscribe. And I will talk to you guys in my next video.